He was truly one of the best parts about this entire
They were
season.
standing. My mom and dad, they saved people.
So this made
All those people
something
went
make
outside, they didn't
so
die.
much sense to me. They really left us hanging right here, and I'm mad about it. Why'd he have to drop that, man? Why? Something is up with her, y'all. Something is up with her. Do I smell love in the air? I think I do. This whole scene confused me. The whole season foreshadowing her wearing this suit and why it's important. What was this? Okay, y'all, so the season 2 finale of Silo happened yesterday. Great day for Apple TV. Silo finale, Severance premiere. Amazing. So we're going to go through this finale, and I'm going to kind of hop throughout the whole season to talk about different aspects of things. Going to point out some details you may not have seen, bring some theories you may not have heard. So let's get into this. So first, I want to know why. I'm just so mad they never said what he learned down there, because I don't think it had to do with the protocol about how the silo would get poisoned and all that. I don't think that's what he learned down there, because the AI asked him if he knew what it was, and he already did. So that's not the information that the AI would have told him. So I'm curious what the AI told him, Wilkins, Quinn, and Meadows. I wonder what it was and why he was so just down and out the whole episode, because it made it seem like it was because he knew that at some point the whole silo was going to get poisoned. But yeah, that doesn't seem like that's the piece of information that he found out down there. I want to know what's up with trees. So like if we go to the end of this episode, so as we're watching this scene right here, if you see in the background right here, tree, right? And then look how the scene transitions straight into another tree, which I believe could be a bonsai tree, which is interesting because in order for a bonsai tree to live, you have to cut it, you have to trim it, prune it, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that may speak and be a symbolism of the experiment of the silo. Maybe they have to like take out some people in the silo or the silos in order to grow society in the way they want to, or something, like the founders, whoever ended up making it. But there's definitely something there. Y'all, I literally just noticed this as I was skimming through. Do y'all think the opening of Silo, this part right here, look, you see how it goes down into the silo and there's like this green looking gas? Hold on. You see how it also goes into the silo? Do you think that's like the poison? Like, is this the poison right here? I always want, this has to be it, right? Also, is the poison actual poison like in the air, or is it just the radiation that's outside that they bring inside possibly? But yeah, I guess that explains. Look at this. Oh, y'all, look at this. 100% has to do something with the poison. So when it comes to Hope, either she's going to play a gigantic role moving forward, or she already knows something and already has things set in motion that we just haven't seen. Like, she just seems to be holding on to some type of information that we don't know yet. She seems very knowledgeable about something. Okay, so this scene right here where he's talking about how his parents sealed this pipe and it kept the silo from dying. What's interesting with that is, hold on, let's go back to the end of season 1. Actually, it's the beginning of season 2. But I was wondering, you see how in this silo, there's a bunch of dead bodies everywhere, right? I was wondering, like, why is it that in the rest of the holes in the silo, there's only like, a little skeleton here, a little skeleton there. But like, this is the only one where there was a lot of people. That explains it. I guess they typically off everybody in the silo before they even get outside. This guy, okay, listen. This scene is thematically really relevant though. So this episode is called Into the Fire. He, into the fire indeed, right? Definitely goes into the fire. But this idea of fire is interesting because in an earlier episode, Meadows is talking to Lucas and she's talking about what a star is and how it's this, perpetual ball of fire. I feel like that's how she says it, something like that. And so you have that reference with the stars, and you have this, and then obviously the end where Burroughs and Juliet end up going into the fire here. I guess this is like a protection mechanism to keep anything from entering the silo from outside, which means the founders must have thought that at some point people would be able to transfer silos or something like that for them to build that in there. This monologue right here, which was essentially a social commentary on working class people and all of us need to get together and be angry with each other to enforce some type of change. It was good, but it also felt a little on the nose. It didn't feel earned. That monologue didn't really feel earned to me. So what's interesting here is when he's coming out of the water in the firefighter suit, Obviously, you have the contrasting elements there, right? But him emerging with it, I feel like symbolizes something. I'm just not 100% sure what it is yet. Yeah, their relationship, they're either these people are going to go to silo 18, or she's going to have to go back to silo 17. Like, something's going to happen next season with all these people in this silo. So like I said, this scene makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever, but it's not because of the scene itself. It's because of this mixed with the AI talking here, mixed with the end of last episode with the AI he finds in the basement. So this AI is saying that they want to help save the silo, right? Which I don't understand, because the AI in the basement must have told Lucas something that made him feel like nothing was worth it because they're all running out of time or something like that. So what's the point? But then you have like the other AI saying it wants to save the silo and then appoints Camille, which there's something with that. Like, Camille the whole time has obviously been like playing. I thought she was playing this like political game, trying to always one up Sims. But I don't know. Like, I wonder why the AI wants her. Like, obviously she's like ridiculously smart and she plays the game. But I want. Also, why does the AI want to save the silo if it seems like the AI's point is to almost like it's a rigged game, like it's going to destroy the silo at one point? That was confusing to me. Now, talking about stars and fire and all that kind of stuff again, this door that opens up into the silo looks like a star, looks like a sun, right? And that symbol is kind of everywhere in the show. It's even on the door right here that leads into the silo, same symbol. So also, I feel like there's just something with stars, because Lucas finds out about the stars. That's what makes him go down into the mines to begin with. And then Meadows has that conversation with him and talking about the stars and affirming to him that he was right. So there's something with space. In my biggest theory, and I don't think this is what happens because of the end of this episode, but I was wondering if they were doing like a reverse Planet of the Apes situation, where in the original Planet of the Apes, you're watching it, you think it's this, alternate planet, but you find out it's Earth at the end. I was thinking it might be the reverse of that, where we think this is Earth, but it's really like some other planet. But that got debunked with the end here, and this seems to be prior to the silo, right? And then we get that absolute confirmation with what he leaves her right here, which is the Pez, which is what Juliet's boyfriend had in the first episode of season 1. Now, here's my question. Is the Pez just a symbol to show that this is prior to the silo, or is it that specific Pez duck that ends up in silo 18? And does that mean these people have a direct connection to the silo? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the world of the silo outside and the radiation and the poisoning and all that, I don't think the world is radiated. Like, I don't think that's what's making them die out there. I really don't. Because if that was the case, I feel like with Juliet, like, her suit didn't necessarily protect against radiation. You know what I'm saying? The idea was like they couldn't have whatever that substance was. Like, essentially she couldn't breathe it in. And so I don't think it's radiation. I really don't. I think it must be something else. I think the whole thing they did at the end of the episode where they had the Geiger counter is kind of like to throw us off. I really don't think the world ended because of nuclear radiation. One, because it's a little too easy of an answer. But two, for real, like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Unless like next season, like, Juliet starts getting sick, like radiation poison. Like, she would definitely have radiation poisoning, right? So yeah, that doesn't make sense. But the good news is, they're already filming season 3, and they said season 4 is completely written already. So I'm excited to watch the rest. This show always has me just glued in. I love the mystery. I love figuring it all out. So let me know all your theories, what you picked up on during the season, all that kind of stuff. Leave that in the comments. And if you also like Severance, I'm going to be posting weekly about Severance season 2 if you want to check those videos out. But if not, I'll see y'all next season. Have a good one.